more serious area, which is, I think, something that needs to be addressed very, very clearly, is that unfortunately, over the last few months, there has been an incredibly long delay of visas being, approved for students as well as spouses as well as children, and this has put an tremendous amount of pressure on everybody all along the system. Let me explain to you why this particular thing has happened, because a lot of our clients are, we understand your frustration and you're writing back to us and saying, oh, but we trusted AJV, to take care of our application, but now it has been sitting there for so many months, and my family is suffering, and we are suffering, and my wife is suffering, or our plans have gone for a toss because of this delay and all that. All my AJB clients who are still waiting for the visas, guys, I must implore with you and tell you that this was not a situation that we created. In fact, this is one of those very strange situations that has become so crazily bad that everybody is talking about it. The government is talking about it at the highest levels. The media is talking about it in New Zealand. Just go and type New Zealand visa delays into Google, and you'll get so many different articles which are being published about this particular problem that has cropped up. And so many things. So what could we do as a company was, I said, okay, let me go and meet the people in that particular office where this delay is occurring. So I actually got myself on a plane a few weeks ago, and then along with my senior colleague Mary, who is also a licensed advisor, we actually went to India and we booked an appointment with the head of the immigration department of the Mumbai branch of Immigration New Zealand, which is where most of the delays are occurring. And so we went and we booked ourselves for an hour-long meeting, and she was very, very courteous, and we were extremely grateful to her for giving us that time. And we started off, obviously she thought, oh, here's just another agent who has come to talk to us. But then, once we kind of went 10, 15 minutes into the conversation, I told her that we are all about New Zealand, that we are all about ensuring that good quality people come into this country. And because of the delays that are occurring in this particular office, it's putting a lot of pressure on everybody concerned. So, and she shared some insights. In fact, I have the slides that she shared with me. And so if you look at it, she said there was a 42% increase in applications in the Mumbai branch only from India in the last few months. And what also happened simultaneously, these are actually notes from that meeting, guys. Take a look at it. That's actually, that's official Immigration New Zealand logo there. And this is the notes that were given to me by the Mumbai office when I went to meet them, because this was getting crazily bad for all of us, because our clients have been asking us, where's my visa? Where's my visa? It's so many months. And there's one particular family which is close to breakdown because of, and they're saying, how come families are not important? How come we cannot be reunited and stuff like that? So we went and put forth all our concerns, and she said this is something that happened at such a large level that unfortunately it is taking some time to fix it, because two three things happened simultaneously at the same time. They changed the policy of the international students, where it became easier for international students to get longer work visas in New Zealand. So which means the demand for New Zealand as a destination went up very dramatically, especially in a country like India, which is where the Mumbai branch is based. At the same time, Immigration New Zealand was doing a reorganization, and they were closing down a few offices around the world. And they shut down the office in, not shut down, but they kind of, put only a small skeletal staff in the Delhi office. And, that's the reason we are fortunate to have some of those ex-immigration officers now working with us in HAB, because suddenly they were looking for an opportunity outside of the department. And we said, okay, yeah, sure. If you want to come and join us, come join the party, because we are all doing, trying to achieve the same goal. So that's the other thing that happened. And so the policy change in the students happened. More people started applying. They started shutting down offices, so that came down. Mumbai office was still trying to recruit people, so there were not enough people to take care of that. And so somebody somewhere could not do this prediction properly. And because of this, it has become such a gigantic, massive problem that everybody is trying to fix it. So the head of immigration I met in Mumbai just said they're absolutely on a war footing to get more people recruited. And start addressing these things. And they're looking at it. And it's not even Mumbai branch's problem, fault rather. I mean, not problem, but fault, because they were simply not equipped to see this sudden surge and so many things happening all at the same time. So unfortunately, guys, it is one of those very crazy situations where it is beyond AJV, it is beyond your. And when we said, hey, look, but how about this particular case? She requested us, saying, please stop sending us emails. We are trying to work through this. Every email you send us saying update on this application is only going to delay the process further. So kindly give me your word before you leave that you will not send us any more emails. And that is the situation we are in right now. And thankfully, in the last few days, we've seen certain approvals have been coming through, and we are thankful to the Mumbai branch that they're beginning to process this application. So it is just simply out of control. Sometimes we are now, in AJB, we are getting bombarded by so many of our clients asking us this question day in and day out, saying, what happened to my visa? What happened to my visa? My family is suffering. There is a problem. I quit my job. My health is going down. We are like a pilot in a plane carrying a lot of passengers, which is all of you, of course. And then suddenly there is turbulence, and you guys are all saying, hey, look, because there's a storm outside the plane, there is turbulence, and you're all banging on the cockpit door and saying, hey, pilot, we are all suffering, we are all throwing up, so can you stop the shaking of this plane? And unfortunately, the pilot cannot control the weather outside the plane, and so he is trying his best to make sure all of you reach safely. We can't do anything dramatic like pushing it. And even after we were requested by the head of the immigration department of in New Zealand, in the Mumbai branch, told us specifically, saying, hey, look, give us a break, do not send us any more emails. So we are being respectful of that thing. And if you guys keep on saying send more up, please ping them, please ask them, it's only going to end up in a decline for your case. And that is another thing we need to be conscious about, is we are in this very, very delicate balance of where we have to deal with an government department of New Zealand, and we have to deal with the expectations of our clients. And both of them are, and like I said, we are practically like that pilot in a plane that is juddering and shuddering, but that's because of the storm outside, which we simply cannot control. So I'm requesting all my clients to be patient. I understand that this is not easy. It is a lot of mental torture. I have gone through this mental torture at least twice in my life when I applied for visas to other countries. And I know the kind of anguish we can go through, especially when young families are separated. But guys, like I told you, there is absolutely nothing in our control at this point. All I can request is be patient. If required, you write your own emails from your side directly to the immigration website. In fact, I mean, New Zealand is such an open, transparent country. You can even send an email directly to the immigration minister of New Zealand saying, look, this is my family situation, but we have been requested by a government department not to keep sending them any more emails, because they are trying to work through this pile of backed up applications. And they said every email we send them is only going to slow it down. And we need to maintain that relationship with this department, with this branch. And we completely understand it was not that particular branch, it was just too many circles. It was like the sudden unexpected storm that came and hit us. And which country would like to lose? In fact, the institutions are all livid with rage, and they are also kind of up in arms, saying we lost $35 million or $40 million because of this loss. Which country would like to lose revenue like that? So that is where the problem is, guys. So I'm asking each and every one of our clients to please be patient, understand the situation. This is not something that AJV created for you. This is just, in fact, I think we are lucky to have got about 5 or 6 visa approvals over the last 5 or 6 days. If you go to our Facebook group, there are people who've been getting their visas coming and thanking us and saying, hey, look, thank you so much, team. I finally got my visa and stuff. So that's the situation, guys. So all I can request you is kindly be patient. If you want us to provide you with the email addresses of senior people inside immigration department, we will share that with you. You write directly, but we have been requested not to write any emails, and we will need to respect it. So all I can ask for is your patience and understanding, and know that it is so much better to wait a little longer and get a visa instead of trying to push them, and in their frustration they just decline your case, and then we are just creating an even worse problem than what is the current problem. Because the current problem is only a delay, but a decline is a terrible problem, and that gets really, really bad. So It's for you guys and girls to now balance whether a delay is okay or a decline is what you want. So okay, so kindly bear with us, guys. And unfortunately, like I said, I wish I could do anything something more, but the most I could do was get on a plane and go from halfway across the world to meet the head of immigration, New Zealand in Mumbai, and practically plead our case and say, hey, look, we would really like it. And she requested a few things from us, and we are respecting that. And if required, I'll get on a plane and again and go back and meet them. But from our side, we have done everything that we can do. So, like I said, pretty much, hoping that things will turn around quickly. And it is a good department. It is a very nice department. I have worked with them for the last 15 years, and they have the resilience built into them to understand that there is a crisis. And I'm sure even as we speak, there are more and more people working in Wellington and different parts of the world trying to address this particular problem. So let's give us this little bit of time, and in the meantime, because it's your personal situation, try and deal with it as best as you can, guys. Like I said, we're just the pilots caught in the storm. We cannot make the plane stop shuddering right now because we simply can't control the storm outside the plane. All right, so thanks for your understanding. Sorry about that long speech, but I know I'm feeling pretty bad as well, because uh, it's one of those unfortunate things that I actually feel very emotional about the plight of my clients, and I think so does a lot of my team. And we understand your pain, but it's just one of those helpless situations where we are simply not able to do anything. So okay, so yeah, but we continue to keep that gentle pressure and hope. And it doesn't mean that AJB suddenly dropped its quality or its level of service. Like I said, we have to be respectful of a government department and you as our clients, and we are right in the middle of that little thing. So we are trying to do it as best as we can. All right.